the Nigerian Immunization Trust Fund, which is a special fund to fund immunization in Nigeria considering its critical nature. We are as well advocating for a health bank of Nigeria. The idea of a health bank of Nigeria is to deepen health financing and to provide funds for the health sector beyond budgetary allocations and money from the National Health Insurance Scheme. The bank is to focus on funding for the development of hospitals and other health institutions, human resources for health in terms of giving out student loans for the acquisition of rare and advanced competencies in the medical sciences, health infrastructure funding, and for research on key topical diseases and medical conditions prevalent in epidemiological analysis. The bank will also be involved in providing loans for drugs and health hardware and software manufacturing institutions and firms. Essentially, the health bank will be set up to respect, protect, promote, and fulfill the enjoyment of the right to health. It will give out single-digit interest loans or loans at rates below that which is available in money deposit banks. The loans will be long-term in nature with a long period of amortization. The bank will not necessarily be set up for profit, but in furtherance of the right to health. However, it is not expected to be loss-making. It should be self-sustaining and earn incomes and profits at a rate below the prevailing market rate. The initial capital should be subscribed to by the federal government through the Central Bank and Ministry of Finance. Regional and international development banks such as the African Development Bank and World Bank will also be called upon to subscribe. So here is a summary of our recommendations. To the legislature, increase the vote for health, particularly for maternal, newborn, and child health, to at least 50% of the Abuja Declaration, which is 7.5% of the overall budget. And calculating it for 2018, it comes up to 645 billion. Savings made from frivolous, inappropriate, and wasteful expenditure proposals should be reprogrammed to MNCH. Center for Social Justice has documented this in another booklet, which we are saying whatever savings, rechannel it there. Make provisions for the Basic Healthcare Provision Fund, which is 1% of the Consolidated Revenue Fund, and for 2018, it is in the sum of 56.866 billion. Make full provision for any funding gap in immunization, and after 2018, discontinue the practice of funding immunization with borrowed funds. This will involve enhanced domestic resource mobilization, and that's why we are calling for a Nigerian Immunization Trust Fund Act. Only approve investments in primary healthcare centers if the executive provides evidence of a memorandum of understanding with the states and local governments where the primary healthcare centers are located. Such MOU will show the commitment of the states and local governments to fund the recurrent component of the expenditure after the capital vote from the federal government has been expended. Increase the votes for nutrition to meet the funding gap. As a minimum, provide for the annual investment of $10 million, which amounts to $3 billion, 50 million, under the health sector component of the National Food and Nutrition Policy. We are also calling for increases for family planning in accordance with Nigeria's commitments at the London Summit and the National Family Planning Scale-Up Plan 2014. Again, the vote for HIV/AIDS should increase, with special attention dedicated to the health of mothers, newborn and children, and prevention of mother-to-child transmission of HIV/AIDS. Increase the vote of the midwife service scheme by 280 million to bring it up to 1.280 billion. Of course, we talked about provision for VVF patients as a minimum, 15 billion for the year 2018. Consider an amendment to the National Health Insurance Act to make public or private health insurance compulsory. To take steps to set up a Nigerian Immunization Trust Fund for the sustainable funding of immunization in Nigeria, and consider the establishment of a health bank of Nigeria to provide a new window of capital for sustainable funding of health investments. All these are for the legislature. To the executive, provide full details of clear and omnibus provisions to indicate the goods, work, services, or construction that votes will pay for, and the deliverables to be expected by the citizens. 2. In the future budget preparation, craft the budget in such a way and manner that provides full details of previous votes, releases, and utilization for ongoing projects. As a guide, for understanding of current provisions. The budget should be accompanied by an M&E framework and provisions in terms of expected outputs and outcomes, and full provision on donor and counterpart funds in the budget. To our colleagues in civil society, they should continue effective networking, coalition building, and advocacy, focusing on key issues of capital concern to the health and maternal, newborn, and child health sector. Monitor the implementation of MNCA budgets nationwide. Advocate for full and timely release of budgeted funds. And finally, mainstream maternal, newborn, and child health and the right to health in the political election agenda towards the 2019 elections. So, ladies and gentlemen,